1 in 3 Gen X women have dyed their hair for so long, they no longer know what their natural color actually looks like. Maintaining that chemical illusion carries a massive lifetime cost, averaging $65,000 over 25 years, along with hundreds of hours spent sitting in salon chairs. This instinct to hide our age was manufactured. In the 1950s, marketing campaigns turned the natural process of aging into a commercially profitable fear, convincing consumers that their dignity depended on a bottle of dye. This created a cycle of social appearance anxiety, the quiet, constant effort of monitoring roots and fearing the judgment that might follow if the secret is revealed. Over time, the fun of a personal style choice calcifies into an exhausting societal obligation. The philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre had a specific name for this kind of exhaustion. He called it bad faith. Bad faith occurs when you sacrifice your absolute freedom to conform to the psychological expectations of others. You act as an object, playing a pre-written role, the young professional or the vibrant mother, rather than existing as a free individual. Reclaiming your gray hair represents a radical rejection of that bad faith, a physical step toward living with existential freedom. Sartre built on a long tradition. Soren Kierkegaard. Later, Erich Fromm defined authenticity as behavior driven by informed internal understanding. You act because it aligns with your own insight, not out of passive conformity to received wisdom. These thinkers all point toward the same difficult choice: to stop performing for the approval of others and face the reality of who you are. This alignment is what psychologist Carl Rogers called congruity. It represents the match between your internal identity and outward presentation. When these two shapes overlap, the psychological friction of maintaining separate identities dissipates, bringing a measurable drop in mental exhaustion. To see this in action, author Anne Creamer conducted a social experiment. She created 2 identical online dating profiles, one featuring photos with dyed hair and the other with her natural gray hair. Counter to every beauty industry assumption, the gray hair didn't kill the attraction. The authentic profiles actually yielded a higher quantity of quality romantic matches. Society often responds to the magnetic pull of a self-consistent identity, rather than the effortful maintenance of a youthful illusion. Taking this path doesn't require a jarring overnight transformation of your appearance. Modern techniques like gray blending and silver money pieces soften the grow-out phase. Stylists use highlights to integrate natural silver into your current shade, preventing the harsh root lines that traditionally signaled giving up. These styles create a literal, visible bridge between the performing self of the past and a version of identity that no longer relies on concealment. This evolution matches socio-emotional selectivity theory, which notes that our priorities naturally shift as we age. We begin to value limited energy and precious time over the exhausting pursuit of external validation from strangers. This grounded perspective creates a sharp contrast with the modern authenticity paradox, where digital platforms encourage us to carefully curate fake, commercialized versions of being real. In a world of digital filters, allowing your body to age naturally becomes one of the few unfiltered truths left. Silver roots mark the physical arrival of a self that has stopped hiding. They represent the visible transition into a future where identity is no longer tethered to a chemical mask. Choosing to go gray is the decision to stop fighting the natural passage of time. True confidence isn't found in maintaining the illusion of youth, but in the radical acceptance of exactly who you have become.